Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today I'm going to teach you the fastest way to advance your career. So many people, when they're looking at their career, the first instinct of a lot of people is to just go it on their own, right? Like there are a lot of people, and you can call it stubbornness, you can call it arrogance, you can call it whatever, but their view is that I know more than everybody else. I know more about my situation. I don't need anyone's help. Most people who are giving advice are crap anyway. Whatever, I'm just gonna push forward and I'm gonna do it on my own. And most of the time, that's not the most effective way to go about things. The truth is that, if you go and you find an expert, experts know a lot of things that you don't. And if you're depriving yourself of that information and you're insisting on figuring out everything by yourself by trial and error, that's a good way to waste, 10, 20, or 30 years because you're going and you're making mistakes that you didn't need to make that someone could have told you like that. It would have been better not to do that. On the other hand, there's another extreme, right, where people will try to go find somebody in the personal development space and they'll make them, they'll put them on this pedestal and they'll treat them like this guru where everything they say is law, and they don't apply any kind of skepticism or any kind of questioning or any kind of customization for their specific situation. And that's also a way to stagnate really quickly because then you can never move beyond this guru that you've established. And if you have a personal relationship with them, so at least they have some kind of sense of what's going on in your life and you're not just going off of videos that you watch. Even if that's the case, right? If you're only going off of what they say, then you're only going to be able to move as fast as they move with your situation. And if they have a bunch of clients, their attention isn't devoted entirely to you, plus they've got their own life. And that's going to put a cap on how fast you can grow. And so in reality, the best way to advance your career, the best way to grow is actually to find the happy medium between these two extremes, right? The people on the side who want to go it alone, who want to go it solo, they always talk, well, I don't want to be a sheep. I don't want to follow somebody else. Great, you're totally right, but you don't have to. You can still work with somebody without being a sheep. And then the people who, want to put somebody up as a guru, they don't have faith in their own abilities to go and, experiment and to go and do their own thing. And so they're looking for somebody else to do it for them. And, that's never going to get you anywhere either, because at the end of the day, all change comes from within. All of the best things that we ever create require our own authentic, sense of self and our own authentic individuality, right? Which you can't get if you just become a follower of, guru so-and-so, right? Even if that's not their official title, right? So in between though, there's this happy medium. And the way that you want to do this is you do go find one or preferably multiple experts who know more than you about the thing that you want to do, whether that be getting promoted, whether that be starting your own business, whether that be finding your purpose, whatever it is that's in front of you, you go find, one or multiple experts. Preferably you want to find one expert in each area that you want to master, because if you have two experts in the same area, they might conflict. And while it's great to do that over the course of your life, you don't want to do it at the same time. But like, for example, you may find one expert who's great at helping you find your purpose, and one expert who's great as a business coach, and one expert who's great as a career coach. And if you find someone who can do all of them, great. That's awesome. It's not common, but there's some people who have, enough experience that they have exposure to a wide variety of situations. I'll be honest, for me, my specialty is helping people find their purpose. I'm also pretty good at helping people grow their business, but not if, for example, if it's a creative business, I want to go big as a musician or as an artist or something. That's not in my skill set. So I would refer that person to somebody else who is an expert in that, because I do know a woman who is an expert in helping people succeed in those particular areas, right? So you go and you find the experts who cover the range of what you need to know. And then for the one or multiple experts, you go to them, you absorb the information that they have to share with you, right? And, in all likelihood, a significant amount of it will be new, because that's why they're experts. And if you'd known it before, you wouldn't have needed them in the first place. So then you absorb this information, but then instead of just sitting there and saying, oh, this is the way things are done because they said so, you go out and you try it. You actually apply what they've taught you and you see whether it works or not. You run your own experiment. And this is where the people who want to go it alone, this is where you get the chance to not be a sheep, because you go and you run your experiment and you take what works. You absorb what works into your own framework. But if it doesn't work, you don't try to fit reality into the template of your coach or your guru. No, what you do is you discard what doesn't work, right? And it may work for most people, but it just doesn't work for you. And that's fine, right? And so you build your framework and you're getting input from other people, right? But you're also the ultimate arbiter of what goes in or stays out. And then after you've applied this and experimented with it, then you go back to the expert, you share the results of your experiment with them, and then, they may say, oh, wow, you're right. That's, this is a specific distinction for you. Or they may say, have you tried this other thing, right? And then you'll go through a new round. Then you'll go and you'll experiment, you'll learn. And then by doing so, you can supercharge how fast you can grow yourself, your business, your career, whatever it is that you're working on, right? I mean, I'm relatively young for being in the position that I'm in terms of having my own company and coaching the people that I do. But the reason I got here is because I have hired many experts over the years, and I've also moved beyond many experts over the years as I took everything they had to teach me, and I discovered that, some of it was valuable, some of it wasn't, and then I would move on to the next one, and I would just keep absorbing that which worked, discarding that which didn't, and building a stronger and stronger framework. And that you can do the same thing, right? It's just a matter of first crossing that bridge and saying, hey, I'm willing to look to somebody else and get the input of some other person who knows more than me, and getting rid of that foolish pride. And then also having the courage and the confidence to stand on your own 2 feet, to experiment and to be the arbiter of what comes into your framework and what stays out, right? And if you can strike that balance, then you're on the racetrack. You're going to supercharge your path forward, and you're going to move forward at the speed of light.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to learn more about career planning, getting out of a burnout job, or creating a career that truly fulfills you, then I've got a free comprehensive video laying out the process. All you need to do is go to the link below, www.oculusinstitute.com/workshop, and sign up to get access to the free presentation. See you on the other side.